Welcome to Auto Next, the place where history's most legendary machines roar back to life. Today, get ready for something truly extraordinary. The story of the M4A3E2 Sherman Jumbo. This isn't just a tank. This is a fortress on tracks, AA, symbol of raw American power that became a nightmare for the enemy and a guardian angel for Allied troops. When we talk about battlefield legends, the Jumbo doesn't just take a place in the lineup. It commands the spotlight. Picture the scene in 1944. Europe is burning. The Allies are pushing forward. But German tanks like the Tiger and Panther are shredding through standard Shermans. The Allies needed something stronger, something tougher, something that could go toe-to-toe with the steel monsters of the Third Reich. That's when America unleashed the Jumbo. It was a tank born out of desperation, but forged into a masterpiece of survival and dominance. With frontal armor nearly twice as thick as a regular Sherman, this beast could shrug off the deadly blows of enemy cannons that once seemed unstoppable. Suddenly, the battlefield looked different. The balance of fear had shifted. The Sherman Jumbo rolled in like a steel wall, protecting its crew and leading the charge with unstoppable confidence. Its 75mm gun may not have been the largest, but in the hands of skilled crews, it was more than enough to strike back. And when later upgrades swapped in the 76mm gun, the Jumbo became even deadlier, capable of piercing through armor that once seemed untouchable. Imagine the relief of American soldiers advancing behind this giant, knowing it could soak up punishment and still deliver devastation in return. This was not just a tank. It was a moving shield of freedom. But here's what made the Jumbo legendary. It wasn't just about brute strength. It carried the DNA of the Sherman family: reliability, mobility, and adaptability. While German Tigers broke down and Panthers struggled with complex maintenance, the Jumbo kept moving. Crews could patch it up in the field, keep it running with ease, and rely on it day after day. Mud, snow, rubble, nothing could stop its advance. It wasn't a delicate masterpiece. It was a rugged workhorse that embodied the American spirit of never giving up. Think about the Battle of the Bulge, the freezing Ardennes winter of 1944. German tanks were everywhere, and the odds looked grim. But the Jumbos rolled forward, taking the hits, smashing through defenses, and giving American troops the courage to push on. It became the spearhead of assaults, the backbone of defenses, and the unshakable giant in moments when everything else seemed to falter. Soldiers didn't just fight alongside the Jumbo, they trusted it with their lives. What makes the Sherman Jumbo so unforgettable is the psychological warfare it brought. When German crews saw one on the horizon, they knew this was no ordinary Sherman. They realized they were up against something that could take their best shot and keep coming. For Allied crews inside the Jumbo, it was empowering. It meant survival. It meant hope. It meant the chance to fight another day. This tank wasn't just steel, bolts, and tracks. It was a statement. It was America saying to the world, we will not back down. We will build stronger, fight harder, and stand taller. The Sherman Jumbo wasn't glamorous or elegant. It was rugged, determined, and absolutely unstoppable. And that's exactly why it became a symbol of Allied victory. Even now, decades later, the M4A3E2 Sherman Jumbo stands tall in history books and museums, a reminder of what it meant to fight with courage and resilience. It represents the grit of the soldiers who operated it, the innovation of the engineers who built it, and the indomitable will of a nation determined to win. So when you see the Jumbo, don't just see a tank. See the unstoppable force that helped shape the outcome of World War II. See the courage of the men who rode into battle inside its steel walls. See the spirit of victory that echoes through time. This is Auto Next, and you've just experienced the story of one of the toughest, most legendary tanks ever built, the M4A3E2 Sherman Jumbo. A tank that didn't just fight battles, but changed history forever.